Hello. So it's Saturday. I left Mysore at last and I've flown into Pondicherry and I've arrived at my destination, which is Auroville. Unfortunately, the weather is really bad. The reason I'm walking like this, I'll show you behind me, is it's muddy. These roads are not proper roads, they're mud roads. And because it's been raining, it's muddy. So I've taken off my trainers and my trousers. I've put on shorts and jumpers because it'll be easier to wash and clean. The accommodation is quite nice. It's really simple, but it's clean and it's nice, it's comfortable. It's quite quirky actually. I'm going to show you around later on. But now it's late afternoon and because it's very dark in this area, there's no street lighting either. So I've got my torch with me and I've got an umbrella. I'm just going to try and get something to eat before it gets too dark and before I get lost. It is raining, but luckily you can see there's a lot of trees around, so I'm walking under the canopy of the trees, so I'm keeping my bald head dry as much as possible. But I am walking around a bit lost. There's not many people around either. I've not seen too many people apart from a few local people on scooters. So this is the Isai Ambalam guest house annex. This is where I'm staying. This is the main building up there. Looks like it's an incomplete building, but it is fairly nice inside. Take your shoes off here. This is a common area. I'll keep my voice down. Got a room here. And this is basically a little dining area, breakfast area. There's a little kitchenette here. They prepare breakfast. Stairs there leading to the upstairs rooms. So here I am, made it to the Matri Mandir, the big golden globe in the center, which is the centerpiece of Auroville. Unfortunately, this is as close as you can get. So this is the viewing gallery or the viewing area for tourists, and it's probably a good thing too. It's a place of divine meditation. You don't want tourists taking photographs and making noise like they are here. I have applied for a ticket to get in, but unfortunately the Matri Mandir is closed on Sundays, which is today. It's closed on Tuesdays, and it's also closed on rainy days, which is the all 4 days I'm staying are rainy. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Found a nice little quiet street to do a bit of vlogging. It's very busy around here, so I've got away from the touristy areas and the shopping district. So I'm in Pondicherry. I'm in here near the beach in a place called White Town. Why is it called White Town? I'll come to that in a moment. So Pondicherry was the French settlement. So the French arrived here sort of late 16th century, and they were here in Pondicherry. And actually I didn't know this. So India was governed or ruled by 4 different nations. You had the French, which I've just mentioned here in Pondicherry, which is on the east coast. I think the Dutch arrived first in the sort of 15th century, and they set base in Kerala, South India and Sri Lanka. So that's the Dutch, French here on this side. The Portuguese had set up base. I'm going to take a turning here, I think. The Portuguese set up base in Goa. Goa is still popular. It's a Portuguese colony, and that's on the west coast. And then obviously the British arrived, and then they sort of took over everything else. So you've had 4 different countries doing business, if you like, ruling India. So this part of Pondicherry is called White Town. It's not because the buildings are white, some of them are, It's called White Town because this part was the ruling area of the French, and only the French, the whites, used to live in the area. The natives used to live outside the area. So really nice, peaceful around here. So actually you can see some sort of signs of old French colonial architecture. If you've ever been to Paris or France, it may look familiar to you. I'm on my way to the Auroville ashram, which is in White Town here. And I'll tell you more about that when I get there. So when your auto rickshaw no longer complies with ULEZ, this is where it's consigned to, the rickshaw graveyard. Oh my God, I think I recognize this person. I've come all the way to Pondicherry and I recognize Ira from Germany.
What?
It's crazy around here. A lot of traffic, a lot of motorcycles and cars, all honking and horning. Somebody just gave me a V sign there. Just bumped into Ira from the ashram. What crazy meeting. It's a very touristy area. Lots of like side stalls here, selling your normal touristy knickknacks. What you notice about this queue? Everyone's taking their shoes off. Got to leave your shoes on that side of the road, and the racks over there. Normally, when a building's up for sale, they tell you it's for sale. Here, it's the opposite. They tell you this property is not for sale, just in case you were interested. And why not? It's a lovely looking building indeed. Another fine example of French colonial architecture. I wonder if this one's up for sale. No, there you go, look, another sign saying not for sale. Oh, what a shame. So I've just been to the Auroville ashram to see where the mother and Sri Aurobindo were laid to rest. It was nice. There's not much else to see in there. It's just their tombs, if you like, where they were. After meeting Ira earlier in the day, I've just, funnily enough, bumped into her for a second time, and here she is.
That's so funny.
Say hello, Ira.
Yeah, hi, how are you doing, everybody? The world.
The world. Ira's been sari shopping, and you want to show us your sari?
I
that's
still
your
have it
blouse.
on here.
Oh, you still have it on?
And then here.
Lovely.
It's pretty simple, I would say.
I'll attach a picture of her wearing the sari later on.
Yeah. It's pretty simple, but I think it will do the job.
Good. Yeah. We're just going to go and get a quick drink now, and then we're going to part our ways again, and we might bump into each other for a third time maybe.
Yeah.
So just come to a place called Sadhana Forest, and it's in the middle of the forest, literally, and it's pouring with rain, so it feels very tropical. I'm going to go inside. This is a large communal seating area.